What's your public restroom or locker room horror story? I was at the mall, walked into a relatively young, well-dressed man at the sink cleaning his feet. I was pissing in a urinal when a face popped under the dividing wall. It scared the shit out of me and reflexively kicked it. It was a child. I walked into a locker room to see a naked fellow, standing in the shower area, no water running, covered head to toe in soap suds so thick that it may have been shaving cream. The only thing not covered was his eyes. Did a shit at the cricket game and there was no toilet paper. It was before the start of the first women's game of the season, so unsurprisingly I was alone in the toilet. I had no tissues and I had to wait until the next person came in. After sitting there for about a minute, contemplating whether or not I could use my old cardigan and dump it, a 12-year-old girl came in who passed me under a very decent amount of toilet paper. I said thank you to the girl, but also send her praises to her mom waiting outside. I was so relieved. Not all heroes wear capes, but they do bring toilet paper. Not exactly a horror story, but kind of relevant. Maybe a horror story for the mom, though. This one time when I was a kid and was playing at the playground, I saw a kid marking a circle in the sand. He then stood in the middle of it, pulled down his pants, and squatted down. That's when his mom rushed in and pulled him away. Apparently he wanted to take a shit and somehow figured this was a good spot. I was at a track meet last week and just ate a huge lunch after a race, so I needed to take a massive shit. I waddle into the stall and plop myself down on the toilet seat. I then proceeded to push out the most gut-wrenching shit of my life. As I finish wiping and get up, I realize that a line has built outside the stalls. I flush the toilet and it doesn't go down. The water level doesn't go down either. I then proceeded to go on a walk of shame out of the stall as around 10 other dudes see my shit slowly rise out of the toilet bowl and overflow onto the ground, seeping its way to the low corner of the bathroom. I was taking a pee at a concert once, there was a guy left and right of me. It wasn't ideal, and I'm a shy peer. Anyways, I had my phone and wallet in one hand and the phone went off. I also had it on extra loud because concert. I tried to silence it, had a bit of a panic fumble, and semi-dropped the phone. The phone made the loudest photocraft clicking noise I've ever heard. Also, you couldn't have taken a better dick pic of the guy next to me if you tried. I had it in photo mode because concert also. I scooted out of there real fast. I said sorry, but he didn't look like he was going to laugh it off at all. I'll never forget that face he made at me and I sort of agree with him. Spent the rest of the concert expecting to get kicked out or jumped. I entered a Target bathroom to see a fairly skinny man standing butt naked bird bathing in a sink. His clothes were strewn around the floor. He looked at me, said sorry, and backed into the stall. I wasn't disturbed by this enough to back out now and I went to use the bathroom. In the stall was a pair of shit-filled underwear. I'm not talk and smear, I'm talking full-on soft pile of shit in his panties. Smelled horrible. I went and told the Target associates. I told them, there's some shit-filled clothes in the bathroom. The teenager replied back, not again. Target bathrooms are always a gamble. Went to a public toilet in a park at about 2 a.m. When walking in I brushed my arm against a door frame and then the sensor lights turned on. My arm was covered in shit. Someone had taken their shit and smeared it onto the fucking door frame.